Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Paula and in today's video I will reveal where I splurge my money. It's quite obvious that I do not have a problem to spend my money on luxury goods, mainly handbags, but there are occasional shoes or SLGs or something from a luxury designer house. When it comes to fashion items. In fact, just a few weeks back, I made a video of confessing to being a luxury addict, which I still somewhat feel that I am. I haven't been cured of that. Don't actually know if I'm actively doing things. Well, I am actively doing things to minimize that part and not giving in to all the urges that I get regarding handbags in particularly. But there are definitely other areas in my life as well where I allow myself to spend a bit more than necessary. In this video, I will share 5 things I personally am very happy to splurge a bit extra because it just makes me, feel better, gives my life a bit of extra, and I'm comfortable with it. Let me know if you would be interested in a video of a complete opposite of this topic, meaning what are the things that I am saving on that I feel that I definitely do not splurge on, because there are some of those as well. I'm not just like handing over all of my money. So let me know if that would be interesting to you to see where I actually try to save up some things. I think we can just jump right into the first one, which is definitely traveling. I do spend quite a lot of money on traveling, both inside of Finland, but majority of the times abroad. That has always been something I've loved doing. When I was a kid, we didn't really have a summer cottage back then. So whenever there was like a summer vacation or winter or Christmas or whatever, we went abroad on a trip, and I loved it. Meeting new people, seeing different cultures, just in general, seeing the world. That has just broadened up my horizons, if that can be said in this place. But anyway, so I truly enjoy it. And of course, within the current climate situations, traveling is not the best and most sustainable thing to spend your money on. And in that sense, I have started to maybe consider a bit of having less shorter trips and more maybe like longer ones, because if you actually fly somewhere, you might as well stay there a bit longer than to do like multiple flights over the year. So I have like done some changes there, but still that is definitely something I do splurge on. Usually there is at least one or two flight tickets already booked, and so on. So that's just like, that's the biggest investment. I use the word investment here because I feel like it is investing in myself and my well-being in that matter, but that is the biggest investment after all the like actual investments and responsibilities that my money goes into, in addition to handbags. So definitely like traveling, that's where I'm willing to splurge a bit. The second one is definitely eating out, so restaurant food, not necessarily only like takeout food, because I also enjoy just going to restaurants and eating out. We live in almost the city center of the capital, so basically I'm able to walk to many places. There's so many restaurants like that I could reach from here, and I enjoy it. I'm a very hedonistic person. Don't know if that comes through, but I truly am. And just like eating in a restaurant with like good food and lovely company, like that's the perfect way to spend a Friday evening, for instance, in my opinion. Like it's just I spend a lot of money in restaurants, and that's, I think, well, that's a good thing for the economy, I think, like putting the money back to the circle. But like in general, it's not the best thing to eat so much out. But for instance, my employer also supports eating in restaurants during lunchtime. So we get this kind of like employment benefit where the company covers 50% of the lunch value and so on. So there's like an added encouragement to also eat out during lunchtime, and so on. But definitely, like, this is a like item or a thing that I don't feel bad of spending on. Maybe I should, but I love it. And then when I'm feeling super lazy, it's just to go to our close by Chinese restaurant and take some takeout and eat it on the couch watching some silly reality TV show. Like, that's the best type of Sunday evening, if you ask for me. So that's definitely I splurge. And don't get me wrong, like, it's not fine dining, because that's definitely an extra, like, super extra thing that I allow to happen only when it's like a special occasion, like birthdays or anniversaries or something like that. So it's not that level of restaurants. But of course, if you eat in a restaurant multiple times a week, for instance, it will add up. So yeah, that's definitely like a big ticket item in this splurging list as well. Let's go to the third on my list, which is a bit more like tangible, and that is fresh flowers. Here I have a bouquet of peonies. Aren't they beautiful? This is my favorite flower, and currently we have the peony season going on, so I love them. I love how they look, but it's such a short period of time when they actually look good, because when they come in as this and then it takes a day to open and then a few days for them to look like this and then they just kind of fall down. And I feel like that is definitely something I splurge, because this is an extra thing. And we do have like green plants here that obviously are like multiple years lasting and so on, but somehow I just love freshly cut flowers. Tulip season is something that I also enjoy, but then peony, that's just my favorite. Luckily, it's such a short period of the year that I don't feel that bad in splurging in them almost like every week, buying a new bouquet, because I love it. They are so beautiful. But yeah, this is definitely something I do splurge on and is completely extra. Our home would be lovely without them, but I don't know what to tell you here. I just love them. This is kind of touching luxury, but luxury designer candles. Here I have, for instance, 3. This black one, not burned yet, is from Celine, and the scent is so lovely. This is what it is called. Next one, this is from Loewe, and this is actually burned already. We finished this during the weekend. It's just this white jar. The scent is basil, which was just like completely perfect. Here you can maybe see something, but the scent was very good quality, I have to say. So big thumbs up for Loewe candles. This was the first one I've purchased, not gonna be the last one, I tell you, but like amazing, loved it. With the Celine one, well, this is the first one I've bought, haven't burned it yet because it's now we're approaching summer, and I did buy this for myself for Christmas. But I mean, I have so many candles at home, so this will just have to wait for next year. But the scent is just amazing. So we'll see how good quality this is and how well this burns and how much it spreads the scent around. And then here is the Christian Dior Privé line candle. This is the Eden Rock, which has a, I guess, like limited edition jar, which is amazing. I have owned several of Christian Dior candles, but this one I haven't burned yet. What can I say? If this is not splurging, I don't know what it is, but I just somehow I just love them. I love the aesthetics of having like this on top of some table or shelf with a glass dome or lid on, of course, so that not everything kind of runs away. But I just love the aesthetics of these. And then personally, I do feel the quality when burning different type of designer candles. Diptyque is very good as well, and Byredo, amazing. So there's so many good brands out there, and I love it. But my heart does sink a bit when paying over 60 euros for a candle, when you definitely can get candles with like 2 to 4 euros, like as big as this one. So yeah, I do realize that this is ridiculous, but it brings me joy. So I do splurge. So the last thing I do splurge on is, I don't know, champagne. Am I allowed to do this on YouTube? So when I was younger, I didn't really care when it came to price of alcohol. Maybe the cheaper the better with a student budget and so on. But the older I get, the more I feel like, why should I drink something I don't truly enjoy? So I have noticed that I'm drinking less but more expensive stuff and so on. So it's yeah, not really a road I was planning on going on, but I kind of especially with like champagne, I just brought 2 bottles here, maybe I'll just put them down. But with champagne, it kind of went south, especially after visiting the Champagne region in France, where we got to taste so many amazing champagnes and hear the stories. And it just, for us, the traditional method, the way champagne is made and the grapes, that suits like my taste buds. There are other sparkling wines that are made with the same method, so it wouldn't need to have to be champagne. And I'm not wealthy enough, or let's say willing to spend only purely on champagne. So there are of course sparkling wines that I also do consider or buy if it is just like a regular celebration and so on. But I have just noticed that with alcohol I consume less in quantity, but somehow the price that I am paying goes up and up because I'm starting to choose better quality stuff. And I guess with champagne, for instance, everyone can feel whatever they feel, if it is actually worth the money or not. But personally for me, it is worth it. And it's not only champagne that I've started to like creep up with the price levels. It's also other types of wine, like white wine in particular, and rosé. I've noticed that's just like somehow I'm reaching out for the more expensive ones all the time, because my taste level doesn't really like the less expensive ones. There are some flavors that come through and so on. And then for instance, like gin, if you're doing gin and tonics or whatnot, that's the most like recent one, where we used to have this one brand which was not expensive at all, like very basic brand for many years. And then maybe within the past year or so, we also started to consider, like, if we are drinking gin and tonics at home twice a year, or I don't know, maybe 4 times a year or something, we might as well have it with a really good quality gin. So suddenly the price kind of like doubled with that as well. So it's just, I don't really know how I feel about this splurge. But at the same time, like, whenever I don't really need to drink alcohol that much, or if I'm having it, I might as well have something that I'm really, really enjoying. And for some reason, that's now an item of splurge to me. Okay, we made it through the list. And what do you think? Any of the same splurges on your list, or am I completely alone? And also let me know if you would be interested in seeing a similar video like this one, but from the items and things I'm not splurging on. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.